kind of meant now, girl.
Because, there's low and then there's like low, okay? And so before we talk about the need to continue to go high even when things go low, where did the phrase come from?
It's a phrase that Barack and I would use throughout our lives, especially on the campaign trail, because my husband is the king of going high. He lives in high. He is just a naturally temperamentally calm person. And I learned it from him because I'd be like, Barack, come on, dude. Let's just say this in your name. I would be doing what a lot of you would want him to do. Why don't you just go out there and curse out everybody?
But wasn't there, there had to have been a moment where you wanted to clap back, where you thought, just once, can we just
I would be, yes. There are many times. Look, going high doesn't mean you don't feel the rage. I am angry often, I am disappointed. I feel rageful. I am discombobulated.
And that's where the kitchen table comes in handy, because
that's so Barack would teach me, you got to have a long view, especially if you're a leader. You have a duty to act and speak responsibly when you have a microphone in your hand, you have an audience, when you have a big bully pulpit. It is irresponsible to act out of your basest emotion. And what I've also found is that my basest, rawest emotion isn't even actually how I really feel. If I take the time, it's just like why you tell kids, count to 10. We teach it. This isn't a new concept. We encourage kids not to just have a tantrum on the floor. You just hungry. Get up, get a banana, get yourself together, right? That's why I use social media carefully. When you have a kabillion followers, as I do and my husband does, you can't just pop off on Twitter. I need to really think about, do I really feel this way? And usually, my first emotion isn't the right emotion. It isn't. It's not, and it's not the most productive emotion. So my husband taught me, it's a long game. Healthcare, long game, right? A lot of what he did was long game, prevention for things people didn't even know what was going on. Planning for a pandemic that wasn't happening, long game. Voting all the time, long game. Even if you're not inspired right in the moment, you don't like who's running or whatever it is you're looking for, voting is not about today, it's about the future. So he and I would say those things to one another. And when I used it in the convention speech for the election that didn't go the way I'd hoped, my point was we were looking at a leader who was willing to go low, where low was like the standard. And it was a warning that that tone, whether you think it's cute or it's entertaining, it is problematic and divisive, and it takes us all down to the point where things devolved so much that people were rioting in the Capitol at a time when they had full control of everything. White House, Congress, Supreme Court.
And that was one of those days where we were asking, we're still going high now, right? We're
Still going high. But when you gin up people with fear, we're not that smart. We can't distinguish, and especially if we can't tell truth from fiction. So going high is a choice, and it's a responsibility. It's how do you turn your rage into reason? Going high is an act. It's a decision to have a plan and a strategy with your feeling and lead with that, because it's more effective. And it's something that we are capable of doing. We're adults in this world, and as a leader with a platform, I feel like I have a responsibility. So if you ask me today, do we still go high? My answer, as I answer in the book, is yes. And it is not it's not respectability politics to young people who look at, older leadership and say, well, you're just making excuses and we've got to do this faster or better. We're all doing what we can with the power and the position that we have now. And it's easy to judge the past, when you're sitting on the shoulders of the future they built.